Hi y'all, I'm back with another tutorial for you. This one right here is going to be how I apply my wing liner, or excuse me, how I do my wing liner and apply my false eyelashes. I told you guys in a few videos that I'd be showing you how to do that separately, just because it can be a bit time consuming. So if you'd like to see how I do it, just keep watching and we'll go ahead and get started. First, I'm going to show you what I'll be using. The lashes I'm going to use are these Kiss Lashes, number 03, or they have this number up here called 55615. These are my favorite lashes to use when I'm going for a natural look. The glue I'm going to use to apply is going to be this Kiss Lash glue as well. It's a 24-hour glue, and it has a little slanted applicator like this. Makes it real easy to apply to the lash band. The liner I'll be using is by Rimmel London. It is number 004 Deep Blue. And it looks like that. It's coming across as black on camera, but that's okay. And then I'm also going to use this angled liner brush. Now you can use one like this, or you can use a thinner one like this. So here they are side by side, like so. I really tend to like to use this one right here. This is by e.l.f., the e.l.f. angled liner brush. But the other day when I did the tutorial last, I used this one and I kind of liked it a lot. So I'm going to try this one today. And then I'm also going to have on hand just some makeup remover. This is by Simple. And then a little cosmetic swab, Q-tip swab. And I'm using that so if I make any mistakes, I can clean them up quite simply. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. I have my brush. I'm going to just dip it inside of the liner. And just get a little bit on there. And I see a lot of people, they say like to start like pretty much here from the outside corner of your nose to right there, and so you have like a perfect slant. And the same thing over here. So I'm gonna try to do that, and I just draw a little small line like that. Now if you want to go dramatic, you can stretch it out as far as you like, but for the sake of this tutorial, we're gonna go pretty simple and just like that. I'm going to do the same thing over here. I tend to have a lot of problems with this side, so just bear with me. Okay, so there we go, like there and right there. I'm going to try to get this one just a little bit lower. There we go, like that. And so now I'm going to use that Q-tip and the makeup remover to remove that first line that I started right there. Alright, and I just put a little bit on the pointed tip, and I'm just going to remove that first line. Alright, so the lines are pretty thin, and that's okay for now. We can thicken them up. It's better to start off with a thin line and then make it thicker. So I'm going to go back in the liner, and now I'm just going to connect or draw in small strokes going across here a line. And again, you just start off thin because it's easier to make a thin line thicker than it is to try to thin out a thick line. And so I'm just drawing it on there and connecting that line right there. And then when I go on the inside, I tend to do it pretty small, a very thin line. Alright? It looks something like that right now. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and finish it up. Alright. Just filling in the spaces close to the lash line. And then I'm going to go back in there and get a little bit more. And now what you want to do is connect like a little triangle shape right here to here. So, like so. Like that. And then I'm just going to fill in that little space right in between there. You can't see it, but it's a little triangle space right there. I'm just going to fill that in. Okay. And so that's what it looks like right now. And I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on this side right here. I'm going to dip inside of there. Now if you get too much, you just want to swipe it down onto the side of the jar like that. And the best way to work with these to keep it or prevent it from drying out, I discovered, is working from the outside inward. And it has helped mine last a long time without drying out. So, because that's a lot of issues that, or a common problem that people find with gel liners, is that they tend to dry out. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on this side. Just draw the line. I start in the center, but you can start whichever is comfortable for you. Now normally when I'm doing it, I can apply it with my lids open like that, but for the sake of the video, so you guys can see what I'm doing, I'm going to close the lid. So I just filled it in right there, and I have my line right here, and I work in small strokes like that. Alright, and then I'm going to do the same thing I did over here, which is connect the line, this outside angle line right here, to the line right there. Oh, guess I'm going to need some more gel liner to do that. So let's go ahead and get it on there. Alright. And just apply it like that. Don't worry if it's a little messy, because we can clean that up with the makeup remover. Alright, and so this looks like that. So there and there, and as you can tell, this one kind of looks just a little bit thicker, so I'm going to go ahead and fix it over here so it looks as similar as I can get. Alright, so there we go, and there we go. Now I'm just going to clean up a little bit. I have that cotton swab that has the gel liner, or that I use to clean up, and I'm just going to go along there and gently clean up the edges. Alright, and so that's the wing liner. Okay, excuse me, I'm sorry. Alright, so let's go ahead and do the lashes. So first things you do is you just take them off. Like I have this set right here that I've been using, or I've used before. You can reuse lashes as long as you keep them stored safely. And so I pretty much take one of these containers that I've had from previous lashes and I put them in here. Alright, and you just, if you're taking them off brand new, you just kind of push them down like this and pull them down gently, like so. And I tend to work with the right eye first. So, I'm going to go ahead, get started. You have your lashes, alright, and then you have your glue. You take your glue and you just run it along the lash band like so. And I don't know if you guys can see that, but I'm just gently and doing it not too much, not too little, along the lash band, excuse me. Alright. I'm going to do that. Alright, so I have my glue on the lash band. And what you do is you let it sit. Now, I don't let mine sit as long as most people do. Like the bottle tells you like 20 to 30 seconds. Some even say 60 seconds. But I only let mine sit about 10 seconds just because I like it to still be a little liquidy so that I am able to move the band around without tugging if I make a mistake. Now, normally I don't have my mascara on beforehand. I like to apply it afterwards, just because if I get glue inside the lashes, it's easier for me to get it out without sticking to mascara. So this is set long enough, and now I'm just going to, I like to start from the outer corner, like so, and I just place it right there on the outer corner, and then you just go through and gently lay it down, getting it as close to your lash line as possible. And I discovered that working from the outer corner first works best for me. So, but whichever way you find it to be most comfortable, go ahead and do it that way. So, that's it right there. And I got it pretty close to the lash band, or excuse me, my natural lash line. And voila. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. And you see, it just makes things look like, I don't know, I love eyelashes. Like when I'm doing makeup, I'll even wear falsies by themselves. So there we go. And you just look super glamorous. And then you go over here. It's alright. So I'm going to do the same thing over here. And I'm just going to apply it on the lash band, like so. And I'm just doing that, a thin strip, but not too thin and not too thick. Alright. If you get a little bit on there, like I got a little messy, just a little bit, I'm just going to use my nail to thin that out a little bit. There we go. And this lash glue right here, the best thing about it is that it does dry clear. So even if I get it everywhere, it's going to be clear and you won't be able to see it too much. So again, I'm going to let this sit for a few seconds. And you can fan it around if you want to, blow it if you want to, whatever. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here. So start from the outer corner, like so. Gently place it down there. Alright. Oops. My bad. Start from the outer corner and just gently place it down. Now, some people they use tweezers. I find my fingers to be easier for the most part. So now I'm just going to try to stick that down there. Alright. Okay. Alright, so what I like to do afterwards is I just like to kind of squeeze my natural lashes in with the falsies. And oh, look at that. I got a little too much glue. Okay. And that just kind of helps them bond together, I think, in my opinion. So, here they go. Like so. Alright, now what the mascara for is to blend in my falsies with the real lashes. So I'm going to go ahead and apply a few coats of that. Alright. And there you have it. So now you guys know how I do my lashes and how I do my wing liner. And I'll see you guys in the next tutorial. Oh, before I forget, if you want to know, on my lips, I have them filled in with NYX's Currant lip liner right here. And then I topped it off with Wet n Wild's Cherry Bomb. And I love that lipstick. Great for the fall time. So again, I'll see you guys later in my next tutorial. Thanks for watching. Bye.